12 years old, you're like, oh, it's kind of cool having a adult figure to hang out, and I had no idea what to expect.
Anthony was still in elementary school. He was actually just finishing up at Hunter Elementary School here in Fairbanks.
There's always a part, I think, as a kid growing up, that there's something missing, and at some point that thing that's missing needs to be filled. Otherwise, you know, they're kids. We struggle as we grow up, especially not having both parents. It's tough.
His parents were going through a divorce at the time, and that was creating some, obviously, some difficulties for him. And I think it was both having a father that wasn't necessarily there, and maybe not as much continuity at home.
You know, we'd go play basketball for a little bit. We'd go play horse, kind of things that I missed out in my younger days as growing up without a dad.
So we'd try to figure out, you know, where we could meet at school. Sometimes it was in the lunchroom. Oftentimes, actually, it was in the library, and we would do a little studying. That wasn't always the preferred activity, but it was a good activity.
One of the things I struggled at was schoolwork, and I know he was there to help me when I was struggling or trying to figure it out, and definitely got me through when I was stuck, which was nice.
I was just there, and we were working through problems. It
was just nice having him in the part of my life when I needed somebody like that. Was a huge impact.
At one point, he had kind of dropped out of high school, but he maintained a desire to finish, and he ultimately did. And he used to come by my office, actually, and we'd do some studying there. He was finishing in an alternative program.
It seems that there was times where, whether it be with homework or just everyday life, he would give me that extra push to just keep going or help me out, and what do I need to do?
So it was really exciting how he finished, but it was a product of him just staying at it and not quitting, even after maybe some of the normal avenues of high school weren't his course.
Between the program and finally meeting my wife and getting the direction that I got from Rick in the program, it was amazing.
When I look at Anthony and Heather and those kids, they're a beautiful family. And if I had a role in that, I'm just thankful and blessed, and that's my encouragement. Be blessed, get involved.
It's amazing where I'm at in my life, and hopefully I can keep progressing on and move forward and keep going.
I was matched with Bonnie and met her she was 13 years old.
My father had passed away from a heart attack. It definitely wasn't easy for any of us. I have a little sister and one older sister.
During that first year after we got matched, she was, I think, in 3 different foster homes. So she had lost her family. She had been put into foster homes, and during that year, I turned out to be the most stable person that she knew.
You know, my whole world was just completely upside down, and it took about a year, and then I got into junior high school.
She was just barely making her way through school.
I like to say I was a little hoodlum, just not making the right choices. No one really to show me where to go, how to do it, you know.
You are helping an individual. You can see that what you're helping, and these young people are our future.
Once a week, Cynthia would come over and we'd work on homework. We put together this calendar with like stickers on it for special days, my birthday, her birthday.
And the fun part was doing all the little things that we did. We never did anything big. You know, she would come over and ride my horse. She took lessons. We'd go to hockey games together. She actually gave me lessons to ride her horse, and she would sit there and, you know, watch me ride English style and on her horse, and that was awesome. I mean, who gets to do that? I did. I get to say that was part of me. That was the exciting part about it, is how well she just blossomed and grew and became part of my family.
You know, she'd always ask me how I was doing, and having somebody care about me that much, it was just a huge thing. it didn't feel like anybody really cared until she came.
Whenever I tell people my story, I always start out that I was born and raised in Fairbanks, graduated from UAF, and then I was a big sister to Bonnie, because those are the three things that are the most important to me.
I love her with my whole heart. She's my family. I couldn't have asked for anybody better in my life than her.